The legendary Marlon Brando. Marlon Brando Jr., who was born in Omaha, Nebraska on April 3, 1924, had a tough upbringing, alleging in his autobiography that his mother preferred getting drunk to caring for us. Marlon Brando Sr. had a habit of telling me I'd never amount to anything, he said of his rocky relationship with his father. After being expelled from high school for riding a motorcycle down the hallway, Brando's father decided to enroll him in a military institution. He was expelled from the academy after removing and burying the Bell 70-kilogram clapper. When they struggled over the main part in the 1954 film On the Waterfront, for which Brando would win his first Best Actor Oscar, Frank Sinatra began referring to Brando as Mumbles and stated that he didn't go for that method CP. The pair's antagonism persisted during the filming of 1955's Guys and Dolls, in which they co-starred, with Brando purposely making blunders during scene filming to need numerous retakes. He was an awful nightmare on the set of The Score. Brando's final on-screen appearance, for which he was paid $3 million for 3 weeks of work. When he showed up to the shoot naked from the waist down, presumably to prevent director Frank Oz from filming him below the shoulders and displaying the full extent of his corpulence, things started to go wrong. In Viva Zapata, Marlon Brando portrayed Mexican rebel Emiliano Zapata, and Anthony Quinn portrayed his brother Eufemio. Quinn was born in Mexico during the Revolution to an Irish father and a Mexican mother. Quinn believed he should play the lead, so Brando challenged him to a piss fight, according to set gossip. Literally. According to legend, Brando and Quinn had a contest over the Rio Grande to see who could urinate the furthest. Brando's P won the day, and he kept his leading role. Quinn stayed in the character of Eufemio, for which he earned an Academy Award. In 1967, Brando paid £270,000 for an island in French Polynesia, which is today a luxury resort known as the Brando. The island was once known as Tisharoa, and was a renowned holiday location for Tahitian royalty before the actor chose to make it his own. Begley Jr. claims he was asked to Brando's house for an important business. When he came, Brando told him about his plan to collect thousands of electric eels in his swimming pool and use them to power his home. "Everything's no with you," Brando said when Begley Jr. sounded unconvinced. Brando did, however, harvest eels on the island he owned in Tahiti. Brando kept the eels in his swimming pool one day while cleaning their tank. His son brought his girlfriend over to swim, and when she jumped into the pool with the eels, she was so shocked that she flew into the air and away from the water. In the end, everything turned out okay. Brando was an activist who backed a number of causes, including the civil rights movement and Native American issues. Because he believed that Hollywood had misrepresented Native Americans, Brando refused to accept the second of his 2 Best Actor Oscars, for his role as Vito Corleone in 1972's The Godfather. Brando was well known for refusing to memorize his lines before filming a scene because he feared it would detract from his performance. This was the circumstance during the production of 1978's Superman, when rumor has it that Brando read his lines from cue cards hidden throughout the set, as well as from baby Superman's nappy. Brando was paid a record $3.7 million plus 12% of the overall revenues for only 13 days of work on Superman, and he also suggested that his character Jor-El be a suitcase or a green bagel. "My God, this is completed, the movie will not happen," says Ilyas Al-Kind, the film's producer. "This man will destroy everything, it's impossible, Jor-El will turn into a bagel." Fortunately, director Richard Donner stepped in and persuaded Brando to reconsider his decision. Brando weighed nearly 21 stone, approximately 133 kilograms, during the making of Apocalypse Now, forcing director Francis Ford Coppola to film him in near absolute darkness. Brando's weight had reportedly climbed even more by the mid-1990s, resulting in a variety of health difficulties, including type 2 diabetes. Jack Nicholson to share a favorite April Fool's Day prank, Brando pulled. Brando played a prank on Nicholson by convincing him that he was selling his house to someone Nicholson despised. "Marlon never stopped laughing about that moment. He got me to go utterly insane," he said when the prank was revealed. After actor Wally Cox, the voice of Underdog, died, Cox's wife, Patricia Shapiro, urged Brando to scatter his ashes. But the only one who didn't was Brando. Instead, He kept the ashes hidden in his home and communicated with them on a regular basis. Brando was a big lover of farts, and reportedly considered starting a dial-a-fart phone line, where you could call and hear famous individuals fart, and guess who they were based on the sound of their farts. Because they are openly antisocial, Brando said when asked why he loved farts so much by Johnny Depp. One of Depp's greatest items was a fart machine, which he presented to Brando. "I've discovered God," Brando reportedly exclaimed when he received it. Michael Jackson was a close friend of Brando's, and the actor is said to have spent weeks at the late pop star's Neverland Ranch. Miko Brando, Brando's son, worked as Jackson's personal assistant and bodyguard for many years after his father died.